Big congratulations on the GMAT score of 695. I'm just
Thank
going
you
to
so much.
quickly share the score report that you have, that you had
Yes,
shared earlier with us.
right.
Total of 98th percentile. And I think, yeah, quant is 100th percentile right there. Verbal is 79th percentile and data insights 90th. So you have 90, 82, and 81. So in quant, did you have like zero mistakes or
I had one mistake.
one mistake? Yeah. And how many mistakes in verbal and data insights, DI?
In verbal, I had seven mistakes, and in D, I had six.
Six. All right. So this is a great score. It equates to almost a 740 or a 750 in the previous GMAT, a
Right.
98th percentile. So I think you gave this exam last week, August 27th. That's when.
Yes.
Yes. So it's been a week. How are you feeling about it? Where have you already applied to any schools so far?
Not yet because like the round one is very close, and I need to prepare a lot for it.
Applying in the
So, and yeah, so probably I would go better prepared in round two. I'm not decided yet. I need to
Have you
research
already
quite a
shared the
bit.
score report to any school so far?
Yes, I have shared the reports to the schools I might want to go, like the School of Business, National University of Singapore, HSC Paris, Cambridge University, some shortlisted schools.
Right.
So,
So, Saurav, could you just tell me about a brief background about yourself? You mentioned you were a software engineer at Société Générale. So, how did this entire thing of working and the GMAT and an MBA really spark in this entire scheme of things?
yes, so from undergrad, I wanted to do an MBA, and so I from the graduation, I joined this company, Society General, and there I am currently working as a data scientist. So it has been 3.5 years of experience, professional experience. Uh, During the years, I really wanted to do an MBA. So initially, I prepared for CAT, but it was not enough percentile. I was getting to get into top B schools in India, like Ahmedabad. Then I decided to go for GMAT, and therein because you can give multiple attempts, and it was better. You can plan it according to your work schedule, so that was a plus point GMAT gives you. So I decided to go for GMAT, and then I came across this top 1% course through my friends, and I enrolled in it. I went through all the material that was there, and yeah, finally, when the score came up, I was happy that it's finally kind of done for me. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
I recall because it happened so recently, last week itself, one of the other students from Society General also got the similar kind of a score. So
Okay.
maybe, I don't know, maybe you know him. Maybe we'll connect later about the student.
Yeah.
So, first thing first, you started off with the GMAT preparation. What part of the sections, typically, like, the quant, verbal, or the DI, what was more challenging when you started off, and how did you kind of go through studying all the material, overcome the challenge? Like, can you break it down for us?
Yes. So for me, verbal was quite a little challenging because it was something new that I haven't uh, went through. So it was challenging. So initially, when I went through the CR questions, I was unable to understand any of it. I was like, what is this they are asking? I'm not able to get anything. I solved the bold-face questions, the assumptions, valuation, and the strength and weakness. Every type of question. I was a very less accurate in those, and I was not able to get what is that exactly is needed from. Then going through the materials that were given, all the pre-work, the basic as well as the main videos, and then the post-work. The techniques that Sandeep gives is very well formulated, and when you apply, you really see the outcome that you are able to eliminate certain options, and then you are able to arrive at the right options. So that definitely gave the confidence in opting those questions. Then also for RC, since I had a little bit prepared for CAT, I would know that I would be able to do this section. But the GMAT RC is very a little different from CAT RC. So again, the Sandeep techniques really help, especially the octave. And important to stress was on the B and E part. So the verify and the eliminate part of RC really comes handy, uh, especially in difficult RC questions. So there you, when you are not able to understand any of it, you just go with verify and eliminate, and you are you are pretty much accurate. So that really helped. It took a lot of practice. So the pre-post work, and after that all the materials that were there, the 700 800 questions, then again the portal questions that were there, the sectional test, topic test. It really helped me shape in answering the questions and understanding the flow of the passages. So verbal was a little challenging, but I had a confidence in quant and DI because I come from engineering background, and I have given some sort of quant before. So I was confident, but in quant, I was making silly mistakes a lot. So I was, since in quant, even if you get two answer wrong, you get penalized very much instead of verbal or DI. So the penalty in making mistake in quant is so much. So I wanted to not make any silly mistakes because the fundamentals are almost clear. The only mistakes you make is like not understanding the question properly or misinterpreting it or marking what is not asked. So that was a thing that I wanted to master, and I mastered it by solving each question very calmly, giving 5 seconds extra at end of each question to reconfirm whether the answer is right or wrong, maybe by elimination or some sort of smarter way. So I used to do that, and hence I used to get a pretty much good accuracy in quant. And on the exam day also, I maintain the same state of mind that I want to not make any single silly mistake, and especially in easy questions because that are penalized more. And in the starting, I was little much panicked. I got panicked because there was one question I was not able to get the right answer. I thought of luking it and going ahead, but then I reminded myself that if you do this, then the question algorithm might change and you might get easy questions. So I stayed and I made the right answer choice, and hence I think I was able to achieve the perfect answer.
So what about in data insight? Any even looking while you're preparing, were you finding it any difficult, or was it easy to go about these questions right from the very beginning?
Not really, because the question types here are different. There are four types. You have data sufficiency, two-part analysis, multi-source reasoning, and tables and graphs. So initially, it was a bit challenging to understand what is the ask each question type is asking. So after practicing a lot of questions, after going through the materials given by top 1%, then going through the post work test on DI, and then the IR marathon series, which is there already. So after getting used to it, I was able to see what is the ask. So I don't have to spend time in analyzing like what they are asking. So I knew beforehand, like if this is a type of question, then this might be a speculative ask they might be looking at. So after practicing in a question, I got used to it. But the real challenge was that since these questions are lengthy and they take a lot of time, time management is a key. So once you go through the question, you should know what is the ask, because some of the information in these long questions are not at all important. They are not asking you to remember everything. So only the key things, the key words, and what is the ask should be noted, and answer should be given according to that. So that was my strategy in the end.
Right. So in the entire course content, maybe be it its videos, be it the material, be it practice questions or the mock portal, what really stood out for you the most in the course content? And a second question that follows up is what is your personal addition to whatever was given? So there's a study plan that's given, there's a framework that is given to you. What was your way to every day wake up and then, show up and study? So what was your personal motivation to studying every day and preparing every single day?
Yes. So the course materials which is given by talk, it covers everything. There is no doubt. You have to be uh, just practice what is said to you. Like don't skip anything. You need to not skip anything from the pre-work, the videos and the post-work, because these are the foundation, the basis of it. If you want to require to again go back, there is also material to go back to the PDFs that are given. You just go back, make your compendiums, make your notes, and you refer those. So the strategy is because in exam, it is more important to apply those strategies. So the time is very limited and sometimes for question because you are not able to understand something. So there, the strategies really comes into play. The elimination technique per se, or verify technique, or how to tackle a standard question, weakness question, assumption. So that really helped me. And again, there is enough material to practice on the portal where you can choose what you want to do, where you are identifying what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths and practicing accordingly. Spend more time on weaknesses, but don't forget to hone your strength in that point because those are the strengths and you want to maximize more on that. So that was related to the course material. What additional thing I did was I also used the error log, but in error log, I kind of identified what type of mistakes I generally do. So I categorized them into four types. First was conceptual. So anything which is related to a concept which I'm not able to apply for that question. I used to mark whether this question I made it wrong was because of this conceptual thing. The second error type was because of the carelessness. I know the concept, but I am making it wrong because I am careless. So this typically happens in your quant. You might multiply something different. Uh, you might want it. It is asked for X, but you are giving answer for Y. So these kinds of mistake comes in this careless bracket. Then the third mistake would be a strategic mistake, which is like spending too much time on the question or spending very less time on the question. So if you're quickly marking a certain question, then you might miss some important keywords or you're not reading all the options rightly. So that's like you're spending less than required time. And sometimes it comes on your ego, like why I'm not able to answer this. So you tend to spend more time, and which affects your after questions that are there. Like it panics you a little bit. Like I have this much less time now, so I have to answer them quickly. So third was strategic, and fourth was the guesstimate. So something I just guessed and it got correct or it got wrong. So these four types are categorized. So just summary conceptual, careless, and strategic and guess. So I used to, whenever I used to give a sectional text or a mock test, I used to sit and then categorize the wrong ones into these four types and then analyze where I'm making wrong. Because the careless ones, I can do this is like I should not make a mistake, and why because of this my score is getting hampered. So and conceptual ones is that I need to work on, go back and then study those.
This is a great framework, and I can tell you that so many of them, really categorizing into each of the framework and probably more or less really help students to, then go back again, when to go back and go and do the concept, when to
Right.
just work on more practice questions, when to just, take a break, not really look at marks, but come back and solve some more questions. It just gives a lot of perspective. Error log, of course, we know the biggest benefits one can reap, right? It would allow you to go back to the same questions again and see if you're making the similar mistakes. And now categorizing it would allow you to really, it's like a deeper analysis, right?
Right.
Fantastic, sort of fantastic. So on the exam day, this was on the August 27th one. So
Yes.
were there any, on the day of the exam, what section did you choose and the order of the sections? And why did you choose that those section? And was there any question that you felt very uncomfortable or you spent a lot of time with, if you can recall?
Yes. So I went with this order: quant first, then verbal, then DI. My strategy was that uh, I want to get into that zone of answering questions. So I began with quant because it was my strength point. So I went into the zone of answering questions. Then I went to tactile verbal because it needs a lot of focus. So I'm into that zone and I'm not that much tired. So I went for verbal. And at the end, I went for TI because now you have verbal and quant done, and TI is kind of mixed up. So I thought of utilize in that particular way.
So the second follow-up was that, did you find any questions that you seemed like
Uh,
aware of?
uh, no, I didn't find any question that was something new to me. Uh, Everything was already kind of I had practiced similar type of questions. Uh, there would be one or two questions that might be a little different, but you have practiced a lot and you have went through the course material. So those are anything. There was nothing surprise. I can say.
So if you look back, because then you had some number of questions that went wrong, especially in the verbal section, and what could be the cause of those wrong answers? If you look back, what would you have changed in your entire practice?
Uh, I think I would probably spend more time on my conceptual things and uh, also spend time on reading the things properly because sometimes it happens like I might miss some important keywords and because of that I'm not able to answer them properly. So going back and improving on each type of question and what the strategies they look for might help me better answer next time.
Something that you missed in the practice, or did you still pick up? Maybe you didn't pay so much attention. What happened?
Uh, it was not like that. I practiced a lot, but I think somewhere depth was missing.
Missing.
So yeah.
Right.
So if
Right.
I practice the depth, I might be able to do that.
Yeah, something that really opened my eyes, or rather very inspiring in our conversation is the category that you mentioned in the error log that really would stick and would really hopefully would help a lot of students who are probably in their preparation phase as well.
Yes.
So if you have to summarize everything of your preparation, hoping that you maybe have a concise 2 months or 3 months of preparation, what are the list of do's and the don'ts that you would like to summarize?
So I would like to say that don't miss a day. Practice at least an hour or half an hour every day because you lose on the strategic importance of answering question. You lose out on because you have to go back and study the same thing again. So practice for around, if possible, 2 hours every day. Try and at the end of it and towards your exam, try to practice timed questions. So that really helps build your strategy. That makes you think where you are losing your patience. Because sometimes that you can answer the question just because you were panicked at that time or you didn't get enough time, you are not able to do it. So try to build the try to build your strategy around the exam because that is important. Like not very much go behind the concept, but strategically trying to increase your scores day by day should be your mindset.
Right. Amazing. So, thank you so much again, Saurav. I really wish all the admits that your application that you're trying to, apply to, I hope that comes through at the end of the day, end of this, hopefully by end of this round one cycle that you're trying to apply. Let's stay connected. Please let us know, whenever you get through the admit, we will be as happy and, we'll be rooting for that admit to happen. Again, congratulations. Thank you again for trusting the Sandeep sir's course. Sandeep sir himself is a mentor. And wishing you all the very best in the coming days, especially in the next few weeks when you need the most, especially applying in the round one deadlines.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the support.
All the very best. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.